Hello and welcome to The Edge and Beyond, the podcast brought to you by the Intel and Edge Network Group. I'm your host, Michelle Dawn Mooney. Today, we're exploring the dynamic world of gaming technology and innovation, focusing on how Advantech and Intel are collaborating to meet the ever-evolving demands of the gaming industry. This conversation goes beyond just hardware. It is about addressing customer needs, improving time to market, and shaping the future of gaming solutions with cutting-edge advancements. Whether you are a gaming developer, an industry professional, or someone interested in how innovation is driving the gaming landscape, this is a discussion that you do not want to miss. I cannot wait for you to meet our guests today for this conversation. Camilo Dennis is gaming partner and ecosystem manager at Intel. Keith Watt is global product sales manager, Advantech Gaming Solutions, and Craig Stapleton, Product Director, Advantech Gaming Solutions. Thank you all for being with me today.
Thank you, Michelle.
Thank you.
Looking forward to getting into this conversation. Before we do, can I ask you to give a brief bio, if you don't mind? Maybe starting with you, Camilo?
Yes, absolutely. I'm Camilo Dennis. I'm part of the Network and Edge group at Intel, and I am the partner and ecosystem manager for casino gaming and for venues. I'm very excited to have here a strategic partner in casino gaming like is Advantech. And I've been 10 years with Intel and the last 5 years working with strategic partners, trying to grow different vertical segments. And in this case, the casino gaming segment.
What about you, Keith?
Hi, I'm Keith Watt, Global Product Sales Manager here at Advantech. I work exclusively for the gaming solutions vertical. I've been working with Intel for probably the last 8 years or so. I'm based out of the UK, but I do have global reach to support gaming worldwide. And yeah, looking forward to getting into our discussion.
Yeah, as am I. And Craig?
Hi, my name's Craig Stapleton. I'm the Global Product Director, also for the gaming vertical. I'm based in Irvine, California. And I'm responsible for the technical side of our product roadmap, new products, and also supporting ODM and custom designs that we get involved in.
Wonderful. So let's get right into it. Advantech is a global leader in IoT systems and embedded platforms. Can you share more about your company and your expertise in the gaming industry? And this is posed to Craig and Keith, so whoever wants to start us off here.
Okay, let me start off. Thanks, Michelle. Well, the core of the gaming team here at Advantech have been working together actually for around 25 years, focusing on the regulated gaming and technical platforms for those customers in that industry. I think we did our very first custom motherboard for a video slot machine company in Las Vegas back in 1999, showing how old we are. And the key milestone was in 2010 when the company we worked for, which was called Innercore Gaming, was purchased by Advantech Corporation out of Taiwan. And in those 14 years since we've been part of Advantech, we've been basically fully integrated into the Advantech organization and become the vertical market focused business and technology group within the embedded core business group of Advantech. We bring out our own standard products, which are specially designed for the needs of regulated gaming and customers. Primarily slot machines is what our customers are manufacturing. The Advantech itself, I should mention, actually is also a very well-established company, having celebrated its 40th year anniversary last year. So that Advantech is a very large and strong company, well-established. And the vertical market gaming division that we work for has probably been one of the fastest growing business segments within Advantech. So I'm pleased to say we've been quite successful since we joined Advantech 14 years ago.
Yeah, I love that you gave us the history there. And as you said, it goes a while back, right? You know, dating the company in a good way. So Keith, I'm going to pose this to you. Can you give us an overview of the scope of the gaming industry?
Yeah, sure, Michelle. I think for Advantech, it's truly global. We focus primarily on land-based or regulated gaming, essentially customers who look to put machines in bricks and mortar casinos. We are particularly strong, Advantech that is, are particularly strong in Europe and the US. And Latin America and Asia Pacific are kind of growth markets for us. As as Craig mentioned, we've been doing this for a long time. We certainly know the industry and the requirements, and we do have a diverse and industry specific product lineup with dedicated features for the gaming industry. So we're certainly well known, we're well respected, and we've been doing this for a long time around the globe. And we look forward to, as Craig kind of indicated, we've had good solid growth, and we look forward to that hopefully continuing moving forward.
Yeah, as a follow-up to that, how does the larger Advantech group beyond gaming support and enhance your gaming solutions?
I think it's important to note that Advantech are probably the largest global industrial PC manufacturer, and with that comes a lot of kind of economies of scale that our customers can tap into, with that be purchasing, stock holding, or best-in-class manufacturing. We have a truly global manufacturing footprint. We have 9,000 staff globally, colleagues of Craig's and ours, to support. And as well as the global presence, we have a local touch as well. So we have 90 regional sales offices around the world to support customers wherever they are, or wherever their customers are. I think a lot of customers saw the scope and the size of Advantech during some of the more recent challenges. So COVID, for example, where we were able to really demonstrate our purchasing ability, stock holding, negotiating, and our customers really saw the benefit of Advantech and what we bring to the industry.
Let's talk about some of the benefits that you're able to give customers. A lot of that comes down to who you're collaborating with and who you're partnering with, right? It's so important in the business industry, no matter what field you're in, really. So what does the Advantech Intel collaboration in gaming mean for the industry?
I think we're both Intel and Advantech are both technology driven, solutions driven companies. I think we're both well known, safe pair of hands, if you like, in the industry. We, the collaboration and the working together from an engineering standpoint way before any customers actually see a finished product. It starts a long time before that. That could be Intel's education program with our engineers and our R&D teams. We have excellent visibility of what's coming product-wise from Intel. That allows us to have conversations with our customers 2-3 years in advance and be first to bring this technology to the table. But also in times of global issues, shortages, supply chain issues, that kind of thing. I think the partnership between Advantech and Intel, we can have pretty high level discussions and conversations about support and making sure that our customers are well looked after and get product when they need it.
And if I may add to that, Kit, thank you for that. Is we work across different verticals as the team was saying, right? So it's not only in gaming, and we have a strong collaboration and partnership there. Recently, we created the team that I'm part of as a business unit within Intel to support casino gaming and support partners like Advantech. So we want this collaboration to be even stronger on the gaming side of things. As the team was saying, that global aspect and locations, right? As a regulated industry, you have a lot of jurisdictions and you have to go through a lot of certifications. So the global aspect from this gaming team and Advantech is very important. And at the same time, some of the things that we do for supply. So it is very important for the customers in the segment to have long life availability of a product, right? So they're looking for something that is more than 5 years available, usually 7 to 10 years, and being able to work with someone like Advantech that can, an Intel, right, that offers embedded products during that time. We have the ability and the competitive advantage of owning our own factories at Intel and being able to have a roadmap that offers that lifetime that the customers are asking for, and working closely with partners like Advantech that can do last time buys and stock holding, like Kit was saying, to even extend that in some cases. So overall, there's a lot of benefits from the collaboration with the teams, and we will obviously, as we go through the other questions, explore more on how we bring those into faster time to market, etc.
I want to target this to Keith or Camilo. Can you elaborate on the partnership in other industries and its advantages for innovation and time to market?
Yes, certainly. I'll take that one. I think the early access to roadmaps is key for us. That means we can engage our customers and our customers' engineering software teams ahead of time, allow them to get their their roadmaps in order, take the feedback that they're getting from their customers, their sales team. They take their market insights, what's the market looking for, where's there a gap, what's going to be the next big trend, and it allows us to engage with customers some distance out, so we're not reactive, we're very proactive. I think we understand the industry, we understand our customers, and it's a very competitive landscape. That a lot of players keep pushing the creative boundaries. They keep wanting more. They keep needing more CPU processing. They need more scalability. They need better graphics. They need more graphics output. And I think for us, having the toolkit from Intel, whether it's the Arc graphics cards, whether it's the latest Iris Xe graphics that we can take to them, whether it's the scalability of the core CPU ranges, I think it's very much the conversation with the customers and being involved at the very, very beginning of the design cycle, and just working together, listening to what they need, and be ready to go when they need us.
And of course, the big picture, always looking ahead, right? Because you want to stay on that cutting edge of what's new and what the customers need and want.
Yeah.
So how is this?
And Michelle, if I may add to that previous question, thank you, Kit, for that. In terms of the verticals, right? You were asking like, okay, how do we take that to our advantage, right? And in some cases, in casino gaming, you're not necessarily in the latest products, but there's other segments that do use different products from Intel, right? And Advantech is putting designs for them. So it allows you to have visibility and share with gaming customers platforms that we already have experience working with between Intel and Advantech. There are other areas in terms of time to market for innovation where we've been sharing with the Advantech team on. We have a business in digital signage with Intel and other partners, and there's some features that we have in our products that we can use from that industry into casino gaming, right? Because casino uses a lot of displays, they need to synchronize the displays, and these are things that are new and coming in Intel that we can explore on how to innovate and improve the time to market in case of an adoption for a use case in casino gaming, and security, right? We continue to improve security because of, obviously, there's more vulnerabilities, there's more attacks across industries, and that's something that is very relevant for casino gaming being a regulated market.
And you mentioned innovation, and really is such a key word here, because you're always looking to get better and faster and give the customers more of what they want. And technology is ever changing, and so are the needs and wants of the consumers. So with that in mind, let's take a look in the future. How is this collaboration shaping the future roadmap for Advantech products?
Our gaming solutions division has a pretty broad roadmap. Actually, I think we probably have the most standard products, off-the-shelf products specifically for this market. And a lot of those, of course, are based on Intel chipsets. We have recently released 11th generation Core i products, and we're just coming out with 12th, 13th, 14th generation Core i products. We have 4 families of products, actually, to be specific, and each of those families is kind of differentiated by architectural differences, how the customer will connect inside of a slot machine cabinet to the product, and other differences like how expandable they are, the top end performance, scalability, those sort of things. So four families, but we make sure that we've always got something fresh, and that's why working with the Intel NEX team is so easy and useful for us, because they have such a broad range of products from Intel to choose from, that we can very closely mesh our roadmap with what Intel has, and plan it 2 years into the future, which is hugely advantageous to us and our customers for reasons that Keith alluded to. Things like being the first to market means that we can maximize the customer's life cycle of that product. Intel has 10 years guaranteed availability, which is fantastic, but it takes us a year or so to design and bring out the product. So if we can get early access, as we do from Intel, on the technical documentation to start a design, then we can maximize the length of time that this product is available for our customers, which is an important thing for them. The other thing with our roadmap is we make sure that in each of our 4 families that there's forward and backwards compatibility. So both mechanically and also the software API, our customers can use a product from previous generation and move to the new generation seamlessly without having to invest in new tooling, without having to rewrite much of their software, and that really kind of protects their investment in the designs. And again, that's something we can do nicely with Intel, because there's a consistency across generations with Intel that allow us to pick up the next generation very easily and put it onto our products. Other exciting new things, I don't know if anyone knows, but all of the graphics cards that we offer from Intel, those are manufactured in-house, designed and manufactured in-house at Advantech. So just as the strength of Intel is having their own factories and manufacturing, that's a huge advantage of it for Advantech. And all of our products are manufactured in-house, including discrete graphics cards, which is quite unique in the industry. So we can support those for the maximum longevity as well. So that's some of the features of our roadmap, what we have now, and we certainly invite everyone to come to G2E if you're in Las Vegas, and we'll have the full portfolio of Advantech products for gaming on show at the show.
Can I ask you to dive a little deeper and tell us a little bit more about some of the gaming solutions of what's new and upcoming? Are you going to hold that for the show and keep that a mystery?
I think that the next generation, the 12th, 13th, 14th gen products will be a lot of customers are very interested in. That's the latest platforms on those Intel chipsets, and as I mentioned, discrete graphics with Intel Arc GPUs. Those will be all on show at the show. But as we mentioned before, Advantech's portfolio of products is huge. I think we have 5,000 products, and we will also be showing the latest digital signage products, which were mentioned, as well as hospitality, POS products. Displays is another strong product line from Advantech that finds a lot of homes in gaming. So high resolution, large screen, curved and flat LCD monitors. So there'll be a lot to see.
Yeah, absolutely. How do you develop solutions that address your gaming customers' pain points?
I think, firstly, it's important to know what is important to our customers. So in particular with slot machines, for example, we understand that our customers have no salespeople on the casino floor. So what they rely on is the attractiveness of their game as people are walking past. This will drive the need for better graphics, better CPU processing power, and we understand that for our customers and ultimately the end players, it's all about the experience. As Craig touched on at the beginning, we've been in the industry for a long time. I think reliability is key, longevity is key. I think certainly partnering with Intel and the demonstrated history of supply and extending past end of life, and keep these machines out there for customers is key. And then certainly owning our own manufacturing, working with people and partners like Intel who can do the same, allows us much more control and flexibility when it comes to building products, designing products. And I think it really is just understanding the customer, and what their, as I say, what their pain points are and what drives their demand. They're only as good as their games, and their games are only as good as the graphics and the experience that players have whilst they use them. And I think if you bear that in mind, couple that with the need for reliability and scalability, then I think the Advantech and Intel partnership is, certainly one that should be investigated further when you're looking at hardware solutions.
I want to ask you a quick follow-up to that. How important is customer feedback when it comes to shaping future products and support for existing solutions?
I think it's really important. I think they offer a real live insight to the market, to trends, to feedback. They'll look at their competition and see what they're doing. We know that our customers check out the latest game rankings. Where are they performing? And as the main driver for most of these customers is the games and the game's performance. And I think any feedback they can give us and anything we can do to help them to boost that, whether that's extra CPU power, whether that's, as I say, graphics power, whatever that might be, I think listening is always key. And we try to make it a collaborative process. The vast majority of our businesses, of our products, I should say, are tailored in some way. That could be small customization, that could be relatively large, but I think that comes back from it's a unique industry with unique challenges and unique requirements, and they're not sometimes the kind of off-the-shelf product doesn't quite fit. But that's great for us because that gives us an opportunity to ask questions, collaborate, deep dive a little bit more, and actually get a custom solution for the customer. And ultimately, that's what it's about. It's both Intel and Advantech are solutions-driven technology companies in essence, and that's our plan going forward.
And the solutions have no doubt changed because the issues and pain points have changed since the 1990s, right? You both could probably agree on that. So what industry trends are you seeing in the gaming segment? Because things are always changing. So what's happening now?
Yeah, I think the biggest trend we've seen, and it's not so new, but it's becoming kind of accentuated, is the move to the higher end slots. A lot of our customers, particularly the larger ones, will have a range of products, right? Low, medium, and high performance machines with different levels of complexity, different number of screens, etc. It seems casinos are all buying the high-end machines. So they've got 3-4 screens, monitors, outputs, the highest end graphics, and the most wow factor. I think it's partly because casinos, land-based gaming, as we call it, they have to differentiate themselves from other gambling opportunities that customers will have around the world. So there's online gaming. You can bet, you can play slot machines on your cell phone, on your PC at home. So the land-based casinos as resort venues have to be able to present and give the customers something that draws them in and keeps them there. And it's this wow factor of a piece of technology with a curved LCD and multiple screens that they don't have that experience at home. And all the other trappings of a casino, of course, free drinks and meals and rooms, etc. But it shows. But I think that's driving that. But what that means for us as the technology suppliers, of course, is it puts further requirements on this, speed of the CPU, speed of the graphics engine, the number of video outputs, the graphics rendering environment they have, optimizing that. And these are all things that we can really help our customer with. Planning the future, choosing what's coming down the pipe from Intel, we're real excited about next generation integrated graphics from Intel. It's all driven by what the customers are wanting. So as we mentioned, we definitely listen to what customers are wanting. Other things, multi-screen. The big word that's used a lot in gaming is immersive gaming experience. Immersive meaning that it's wrapped around. There's audio, multimedia effects that are really impressive. But that really, as I say, puts a lot of requirements on the technology underlying it. Other features that we see, that generally there's very positive trends in the gaming industry. Even in the last couple of years, a lot of Advantech's other vertical markets have seen pretty flat growth. We've managed to soldier on with growth. And I think the casino industry has grown 6 or 7%, maybe with a slight halt during the pandemic, but it's charged back. Places like Las Vegas are breaking records as far as visitors coming to the town and going to the casinos. And we're seeing a new demographic of players at the casinos, players who want the more immersive multimedia kind of slot machine experience because they're younger and have played console games, etc. And we're also seeing a wider acceptance of gambling in different countries, different states. The cultural acceptance is also driving growth. So we're real optimistic about the continued growth of land-based gaming, and Advantech and Intel, I think, are very well positioned to support our customers and maximize that growth as much as we can.
And I will add that in terms of optimism and things are something that we can leverage moving forward from the Intel point of view is, as Craig was mentioning, is the improvement in graphics, right? So we're doing our best to provide options for casino gaming, either with discrete graphic cards or integrated graphics. And the investments we've made to bring discrete graphics into the market are also important for improvements within integrated graphics. So all of those things to support these immersive experiences and higher requirements that Craig was mentioning.
I want to dive a little deeper as far as where we're seeing some of these trends. Vegas, of course, is doing really well, as you mentioned, Craig. But let's talk about Brazil. What opportunities and challenges do you see in the Brazilian market? And how does the collaboration between Advantech and Intel help customers break into this new market?
I think certainly Brazil is the buzzword or the kind of the next big geography to open. I think it's a huge opportunity. The volumes that we have heard and have been talked around in the press and from what we're hearing from our customers are huge. I think the key will be fast entry because I think once it opens, I don't think it'll be a small trickling in. I think it will be it'll scale very, very, very quickly. Certainly, Advantech, as an example, has got an office in Brazil. It's got an office in Sao Paulo. It's been there for 24 years now. What that means is we have people on the ground who know the local area. We have logistics hubs, warehousing capabilities, local assembly. We can help guide with taxation, RMA. Repairs are, it's a bit of a niche process to with import taxation and those kinds of things. So I think certainly partnering with Advantech, who have a history of doing business in Brazil, and we've supported the country for a long time, is great. I think from the Intel side of things, again, the scalability, the ability to do some local customization or local manufacturing, whether that's installation of a CPU, whether that's installation of a graphics card locally, is again gives our customers the flexibility to take advantage. And I think choosing the right partner is key, especially when these new markets enter, because customers put these machines out in the market for 5 to 7 years, and if you miss the window or you get it wrong at the beginning, you're potentially locked out for a little while. So the guaranteed longevity that comes from both Intel and Advantech owning their own manufacturing and standing by their long life and embedded roadmaps, I think is key for customers and certainly for Brazil moving forward.
So last question, and it comes to trends again, technology trends. Craig, do we really need 8K resolution? What are your thoughts on security and other technology trends?
Well, from a couple of years ago, there definitely was kind of an arms race on screen size in slot machines, and resolution went hand in hand with that. And you can see some of the slot machines with huge curved screens that dwarf the player. It's calmed down a little bit, and I think from my discussions with some of the larger OEM manufacturers of slot machines, they've generally said that 8K, they've done user trials, and most customers can't tell the difference between a slot machine with an 8K or a 4K screen. So I think the arms race on resolution probably stopped at 4K. And as I mentioned before, it's not, what they're finding, the slot machine manufacturers, the casinos are wanting the higher end games that have more screens, not necessarily higher pixel count. So I think, 2 4K screens, and then maybe a button deck, which is a lower resolution, and for maybe one other screen. So it's the number of screens rather than the resolution. But I have heard that 8K is not necessarily a requirement, and 4K is fine, which is good for us because there's a massive step up in graphics utilization and graphics requirements when you go to 8K, particularly multiple screen 8K. But I think 4K is generally, as a consensus, is good enough for a player. For most players, and most slot machine manufacturers are just adding the number of screens rather than increasing the size. But as Camilla mentioned, security is always a very important thing in slot machines. Most slot machines don't get connected to the public internet, but that doesn't mean that they don't have, in fact, a lot of the security mechanisms and features that they put onto casino machines and the casino network, although it's not public, they're stronger and precede some of the things that are now being used in public computing for your home PCs and in Windows. They've had some of those security features and machine integrity checks have been required for slot machines for many years. So yeah, we're always leveraging anything that Intel or any of the chipset manufacturers have, as it can be used for increasing the security of casino machines, for sure.
Well, that is going to wrap it up for today's podcast. Insightful exploration into how Advantech and Intel are collaborating to push the boundaries of gaming technology. A big thank you to our guests, Camilla Dennis, Keith Watt, and Craig Stapleton, for sharing their expertise and giving us a deeper understanding of how this partnership is really helping to shape the future of the gaming industry. Thank you all for being with me today. Really appreciate your time.
Thank you.
And as always, if you'd like to learn more, please visit our resources and connect with Camilla Dennis, Keith Watt, and Craig Stapleton for further information. We will have some details in the show notes as well about the big show. Thank you for tuning in, and we look forward to bringing more conversations at the cutting edge of technology and innovation. I've been your host, Michelle Dawn Mooney. Thanks for tuning in.